What's up, y'all? We're back with another action figure review. Today, more so, we got an overview for you guys. We're going to check out the Akira Sendoh from the anime slash manga Slam Dunk. Now, I want to make it perfectly clear. I have never seen the anime. I have not watched it. I haven't had a chance to watch it. But my main thing, man, like, I just like the character designs of these guys. Like, having a basketball character is so cool. And they come with, like, a little basketball accessory and stuff, which also has texture on it. But the soft goods is, like, where they really shine. And like even though these figures don't really come with a lot of paint per se, they more than make up for being on the lower end of the price scale, and the fact that they come with a good amount of options too, like hands and face plates and stuff. So let's take a closer look. So this figure's a little older in toy years. He'd probably be like 30, but I think he came out like late 2021, early 2022, something like that. The anime is about golf. No, I'm just joking. This is about basketball. It takes place in high school, and Akira Sendoh here, he's like kind of like an easygoing, laid-back character, but he's really serious about his basketball. And he's a humble guy, too. I think that he actually was supposed to have highlights in it, but, I mean, I could be wrong. I think it's like different renditions, or depending on which season you're watching, but I think the likeness looks all right. Look at that handsome face right there. He probably a real ladies' man.
I had a real good time in that Magneto. Where you gonna take me next?
Netflix and chill, sweetheart. Netflix and chill.
Even down to his stitch work, man, it looks really good. No random strands. The only real complaint I had with this guy is like his shoulders could have been a little bit more thicker. Like it looks a little funny at the arms. His big hands doesn't really bother me that much. The articulation, this is where it gets really fun, but we do come across a little hiccup. So he's got really good range at the head and neck. Really good range. You can look down using both of those joints a decent amount. Looking up, I like that. His arms go up a really good amount as well. Hit that Y pose. No problem. He does have well, I had that twist around the other way, but he does have a bicep rotation right there, so that's pretty good. Of course, you got your forward rotation. Double joints for the elbows. You do have really good movement at the shoulders, but it doesn't go forward as much as you would think, but that's not too bad. I like that. Hinge and rotation combo at the wrist is kind of stiff, but you can do whatever you want with that. Yeah, he goes back a really good amount. That is nice. See if I can go forward. So going forward looks like it actually could be a little bit better. But, I mean, that's okay. That's pretty good. I like that. That's nice. And, of course, he's got a swivel at the top of the torso, and he has a swivel at the bottom. Leg range going out. Double joints for the knees. Looking really good. I'll take it. The thigh rotation right there. Here's where it gets a little bit funky. For the ankles. Real quick observation for the socks. I wish that white kind of traveled down a little further into the, I don't know, the sole or something like that. But you do get the rotation right there, so that's pretty good. But when you rotate the foot, the whole joint kind of rotates with it. So like if you wanted to like utilize his foot movement going inward, you would have to like pretty much remove the foot and like then turn it and put it back on. He does get his foot going down a decent amount. Foot going up. An okay amount. Can make some magic happen with that right there. So the movement is there. You just got to kind of work with it a little bit. I was able to get his left ankle in a little further than his right. I probably got to mess with that a little further. And you can get his legs going back a little bit. So I did notice he's got a little bit of sculpting under his shorts, which is blue, but it doesn't travel all the way up to, say, like the bum part. So that's interesting. For your accessories, you got your classic Dasin model basketball edition stand. You got a couple different hands over here. You got the Rockefeller hands right there. You got your style pose hands over here. Those are the hands you usually use when you're making the three-pointer. Your tongue is usually out. You got some fist hands right there. You got some pointing hands. You got some hands, looks like one is holding a lemon. The other one looks like you use it to hold his can, which is detailed nicely. And actually have two of these hands right here with the holes in it for the basketball. I showed you that. I'd say take your time when you're swapping up the hands. It is a little bit tight, and it's also really tight trying to swap out the head. What I would do for that is just swap off the head, and then this top kind of comes off really stiff. Go to commercial. So yeah, the hair just pops off like that. Nice tight fit. And then he comes with 3 additional faces, and not to harp on Revoltech or anything, but look how much this figure actually costs, and look how much it actually comes with compared to that recent release Revoltech did. That's kind of crazy, right? You really get your money's worth with this figure. I did notice that the sculpt work behind the ears are a little bit different. Like if you look around this one, like it's curved up a little bit more, and like this one sits a little bit more flesh. I can point that out. So when you're turning the head, like the joints can be exposed. Not a huge deal, but there's that. For your size comparisons, here we have it next to Lil Wayne, the Revoltech Manjiro Sano. And if you want to get my impression of this guy, I'll put a link in the description for my video below. The SH Figure Art Zach Bill and the Storm Collectibles E Honda. Next, we have it next to your Marvel Legends Cyclops and two other figures from the Dasin models Slam Dunk line. I can't remember their names. I think he's actually supposed to be shorter than him. I might be wrong, but I do have a review for him. I'll put the link for that in the description below. And then we have the Kenshin. Next, we have him next to your Figma Bloodborne, your Manatee Industry Eimi, and I did a Mod review. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to check that out. Your Art Bones NYC, the specimen figure. Where are you, Art Bones NYC? This figure is like super rare now, and this face, like my copy in particular, I had actually requested a special order for this face, so I may be the only person in the world who has it. And then we have your Mayfax Terminator. And lastly, here we have it next to your Mezco, your Mythic Legions, and your Kotobukiya. Zero model kit. So final thoughts on the Dasin model, Akira Sendoh figure. I think Dasin model did a pretty good job. Like, this figure is mostly pretty solid. Did a really good job for his soft goods, and his articulation is mostly pretty good. The only thing I would say is like the ankle movement is kind of funky and his ab crunch, though I might go back and try to see if I can tweak that a little bit. His accessories pretty good, which is more than I could say for certain companies, and I do like his height too. So overall, like, this is kind of an awesome figure. For the price point, if you're in the manga, man, there's really nobody else that can really compare to what Dasin Model's putting out, honestly. So if you're asking if I recommend this figure, nope. I joke, I kid. Yes, absolutely, man. If you got the money to go down for it and you want to, at the very least, a generic type of character with a basketball, man, there you go. Like, this figure is what you need right here. That's my video, y'all. You like the video, hit the thumbs up. If not, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.